Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another match review. Seems like it's been so long since I've said that. And this is Chelsea 5, Wrexham 0. Chelsea 5. Can we just take a moment to appreciate that? I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I don't want to hear anything like, oh, it's just Wrexham. They just got promoted to League Two. I literally don't care. Like, it has been so long since Chelsea have scored 5 goals, since we've beaten somebody by such a large goal margin. I don't remember the last time that happened. So I'm going to bask in this. I am so happy. And let's talk all about this preseason game. So in this video, I really want to go through, especially for people who weren't able to watch the game last night because it was at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is pretty late for the rest of the world. Exactly what happened, how Poch set up, what I was expecting, and kind of the key takeaways that I think that we have for this game, and then looking ahead to Chelsea versus Brighton, which I'll be going at. So if you guys are in Philly, let me know. Would love to say hi. So yeah, let's get started. So first off, just talking about the importance of preseason a little bit. We saw last season that the team really didn't have a good preseason. We didn't look like we were fluid when we were playing, and it just felt a bit drab. And after last preseason, I was worried for the Premier League season. And contrasting that with this preseason, honestly, like, I can't sit here and say, everything's perfect. Like, it's the first preseason game of the season. It's against Wrexham, but I saw some really, really, really positive signs in this game, and I just feel that the work that Poch has been doing on the training pitch is already starting to pay off. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen here so that you can see it. Unfortunately, we can't see what the team looked like in the second half because there were so many substitutions as expected. But at least we can see the start. So started in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Something super interesting. The starting 11 average age was just 21.4 years old. And we have Jamie coming in goal, Marco Correa, Bashir Humphries, Trevor Chalobah, and Malo Gusto making up that back line. Then Cesare Casadei, and Andre Santos, Ian Maatsen, Carne Chukwuemeka, Diego Moreira, and Nicholas Jackson starting up front. So the one that stood out to me was Ian Maatsen. At least I wasn't aware that he could play further up the pitch in that left wing spot. I didn't follow him at Burnley last season so much, but I imagine him more competing for this left back spot. But I think that speaks to the versatility of the players that Chelsea have. And so if you need coverage in that left back, oh, that's a tongue twister. That left back spot, you know that he can play there. But to get 2 goals, I thought that was super surprising, at least for me. I didn't know that he was such a like potential goal scorer. And I really loved the link up play for the first goal with Nicholas Jackson, and Nico Jackson really did all of the hard work for that goal. Not to take anything away from Ian Maatsen, but it was truly incredible just how he dribbled and created the space, and he could have perfectly gone for goal. His Chelsea like debut. Not Premier League debut, but like a Chelsea debut game for him. He could have wanted to get on the score sheet, but he was super unselfish and lead it off for Ian Maatsen, who slotted it home 1-0 to Chelsea after just 3 minutes. I didn't get to see the goal as it happened. I had to wait until replay because I was trying to get into the Chelsea like website to watch the game. But I was I was so happy that we just scored a goal. I couldn't believe it, honestly, because it just felt like so long since we've like attacked a game and gotten the rewards, because in the past it felt like we would attack and nothing would come off and we'd be super close but just have nothing to show for it, and that wasn't the case. And then there's Ian Maatsen again later on in the first half, to have Chelsea go 2-0 up. And in that first half, I felt that we were attacking a lot. I felt that there were more attacking patterns, more triangles, which is something that I feel that we definitely lacked, moving the ball a lot quicker, trying to find ways to progress the ball as well, which is something that I noticed. And so I just felt that Chelsea looked sharper than they have done, and that the attacking work was paying off as well. And just seeing like Ian Maatsen cut in that little bit deeper as well. And the other player that I was so impressed, I think like apart from Ian Maatsen, like he might be my man of the match, is Cesare Casadei, obviously coming off of a crazy under 21. I think it was Euros with Italy. I think he scored 7 goals, if I'm not mistaken, in that competition, and he was just unstoppable. And he was bringing that today. So there's been a lot of speculation. Oh, is he going to go back to Italy for the season to continue developing? I think he's just 20 years old. Or will he go to a Premier League side, get some Premier League experience? I don't want to overhype him. I know that it's the first game of preseason, so definitely need to keep a keen eye on him in the next couple of matches as well. But I thought that he looked incredible. The way that he was progressing the ball, the way that he was just bulldozing through the midfield. He's so like strong, tall, just an absolute presence. So I thought that he has showed a lot of potential in this game as well. We know that he can score goals, so he's definitely one that I want to keep my eye out on as well. And just taking a look at the substitutions that Chelsea made, I was honestly surprised maybe that we didn't see a full 11 substitution, because I feel like that's something that we have seen in the past, just like you have a one starting 11 and then another one. But I think that it was almost better to just do half of the team so that it doesn't completely disrupt it. So we saw Alfie Gilchrist in, Conor Gallagher, Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell, Angelo, and Christopher Nkunku. And out of all of these players, I think the one that we are all super excited to see was Nkunku. So obviously I don't have it here, but he did replace Nicholas Jackson. Nkunku's best position is in that 10 role. So I think it would have been interesting to see how he and Nico Jackson play together. So I'm hoping to see that in one of these preseason games. And he didn't really get so much of the ball, actually. He maybe that's to be expected a bit, because in that striker position, one, it's not his out and out position, like I mentioned, but two, you have to get the team also used to playing those progressive passes in. So that once that's worked on, I think we will see an improvement there. But the opportunity that he did have, like when I tell you my jaw hit the ground, went round the keeper, like I don't remember the last time that we've had that opportunity. Somebody's gone round to the keeper before, and it wasn't perfect. Like for a moment, I was thinking, oh, like there goes the opportunity. But the finish was insane. How he had the composure to finish the shot, get the ball in the back of the net. It was absolutely brilliant, and I just feel that we've been missing somebody with that like confidence. Like the team has just been missing confidence. But with that composure as well in front of goal, was so impressive to me. And you think like 9 times out of 10 he's going to go around the keeper perfectly and just slot the ball home. But just so impressive that even though like he wasn't so involved, that one moment I was jaw dropping for me. Just to touch on the other goals for Conor Gallagher's goal, Raheem Sterling did really well. Typical Raheem Sterling move. And Conor Gallagher has looked like he has put on a lot of muscle. I know that he's been working. I think he had like a training program that he was doing over the summer, really putting in the work. And I just applaud and love how dedicated he is. And you can really see that is paying off. And the shot wasn't the best. I think in another day probably could have been saved. It was a little bit light, but it was so well placed that it went past the keeper as well. Um, and then finally, Ben Chilwell, super impressed with Angelo. Like, I really feel that the strategy of the new owners is hopefully starting to show the fruit of their labor a bit, hopefully going to pay off. But he was another one that I was really impressed with, and he did so well. The ball to Ben was just perfect. And if you take a look at the position that Ben was in, he wasn't in like a left back spot. He was inverting more, and he was further up the pit. Oh well, like if I was here, he was further up the pitch here so that he could cut in and score. And Ben Chilwell, just such a good goal scorer, makes it 5 in what is literally the last touch of the game. Couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. So overall, I think that this was a really, really positive performance from the team in this preseason game. And I just am so happy. It's been a while, like I've been constantly saying, since Chelsea have scored this many goals. And I just feel it really positive. It feels like the team are moving in a good direction. It's been hard, like seeing how we performed last season, then seeing so many players, some fan favorites leave. Like I know personally, Aspie leaving literally destroyed my soul. But it's good to see that the team at least seems to be on a good track. Massive test against Brighton at the weekend, and I think like that game is really going to give us a good barometer of exactly where Chelsea are now, because we know how strong Brighton were last season. So really excited to kind of see how we do. Hopefully we can get another win and build on this momentum. I'm just feeling really positive. So let's see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for my little like makeshift studio here, literally recording on a pillow while I'm at my parents' house. But hope that I see some of you at Philly and well, at the Philly game. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time you're watching this. And until next time, I'm out. Bye.